The Orange are 24-8 this season and are a number 3 seed in this year's tournament. We're going to start off with an opening statement from Coach, and then we'll go into questions.
Well, obviously, our goal at the beginning of the year is to be sitting here where we are today, and that's hosting the first 2 rounds of the NCAA tournament. And going into the season, this is all we want to do was to be able to play at home in the postseason. It's a great opportunity to play on your home floor. We understand we have great teams in the first 2 rounds here, and that's what it is. The NCAA tournament is just about that. It's about playing the best teams at the right time of the year, and it's the right time of the year, the NCAA tournament. So we're just very fortunate to be playing at home, and we're very excited for tomorrow.
All right, we'll open the floor to questions.
All right, thank you.
In the back in the blue.
Matt Osworth from CNY Central here in Syracuse. Q, just tell me, over the course of the last week or so, since you found out where you guys were playing and who you were playing, what have you learned about this Fordham team watching them on tape?
Obviously, I know a lot about Fordham. Fordham is a team that's a New York State team, and they're a very good basketball team. A lot of balance, great coach. Stephanie does a great job with her team. They win all the time, and that's what they do. What do you say? This is a team that's very, very good on defense. They really just don't let you score. And this is a game where we understand that we got to move our bodies, move the ball, and get great shots in transition.
In the front.
Dakota Palmer with the News House. Coach, at the end of the ACC tournament, you said you had to tighten up a few things, rebounding, shots, things like that. Do you feel like in the time between then and now you've tightened up those things?
Yeah, definitely. One good thing is just the amount of time we have in between tournaments. I know some people see it as being a disadvantage, but nothing can replace rest. So we've been able to get our team rested and healthy, and we got in the gym for this week. It's really just took care of our business, and we understood what we needed to do well, and there's a lot of things that you talked about. But the most important thing, just getting back to the things that's made us successful, is pushing the ball, getting into our pressure defense, and it really starts by making shots. So we're looking forward to making some shots so we can create tempo.
Back in the middle.
Coach Josh Martin, News Channel 9. Pros and cons of staying at home. We talk a lot about the positives. Are there any negatives to being here? Any thoughts of complacency possibly, or too relaxed?
No, zero. You want to be at home, and that's what you play this season for. You really do now. I think the women's basketball, the landscape has really changed, and you play for this moment to be able to play at home. We love playing here, and we look forward to playing here. So, this is what this was our goal at the beginning of the year, so there are no cons in playing at home.
Right here in the front.
Hi, Lindsey Kramer from Syracuse.com. Could you take us a little bit more inside Fordham's defense? You mentioned that they don't let you score. Is there something specifically that they do differently than the 30, however many teams you played this year?
I don't know if it's a whole lot that they do differently, but they do it well. They do a really, really good job of packing the paint. They help early on all dribble penetration. You get very little one-on-one post-ups in the post, and that's what good team defense is being on the string and having support for your teammates. And they're just very good at it. I don't know what to say. They're just really good at help side defense, and they're very good defenders as a team.
Maybe in man or?
Well, they'll man you. They do some matchup zone stuff, but it's mostly man to man, and they're just really aggressive inside the arc. They don't give you shots inside the arc, so they really do a good job of keeping you outside the arc. And when you get inside the arc, you got to make plays and you got to beat the help, because they really do a good job of helping.
All the way in the back.
AJ Fabry, Citrus TV. Coach, you talked about Fordham's defense, and they normally slow the pace down, and obviously you guys want to pick up the pace and go fast. How do you go about dictating the pace early in this game to set the tone?
Well, it's really playing to their strengths. We got to score the ball. If we can score the ball, we'll be able to get into our pressure, and then we'll speed the game up. I think you can't just rely on just pushing the ball down the court and settle situations on them and thinking you're going to score at a high rate, because they do a really good job of defending. So we really need to put the ball in the basket so we can speed them up defensively on our end by pressuring the ball and getting our pressure set.
Second row on the end.
Michael McCleary, the Daily Orange. Coach, you talked about the youth of the forwards pretty much all season. Just looking at Fordham's defense and how they guard on the inside. Just what are you looking for from your forwards? Just scoring.
Well, we got to just make sure that we move the ball, and we got to have violent cuts. We got to cut to the basket hard. I think that the quicker that we get into our offense and the more aggressive we get into the paint without the ball will allow us to play a little bit freer on the perimeter and in the paint. So we just got to make sure that we do that. It's not really just a forwards thing, because Digna's been shooting the ball pretty well, and she's been playing a lot of minutes. So I think that we're kind of trending in the right direction as far as that's concerned. But it's more about ball movement and player movement.
Right next to him.
JD Rocchese, 89. Coach, you said that they want to force you outside, but you guys are known for running and gunning and taking a lot of threes. Does that give you an upper hand, knowing that your team is already used to shooting a ton of triples?
No, I don't know if it's the other one. They can just let you shoot them now. I mean, they're gonna get out there and contest the shot, and I'm sure that they're gonna extend their defense some to take away our 3-point shooting. But over the last 3 or 4 games, we've been doing a really good job of attacking the paint and playing downhill. I think it was the Florida State game. I think when we took 9 threes and we really attacked the paint, we were 4 for 9, I believe it was. So we've been conscious of trying to get some balance. So hopefully, we can still play on the perimeter and shoot the ball, but we're still going to develop something going to the rim and playing downhill.
All the way in the back.
Coach, this wasn't the norm when you took over, getting high seeds and hosting the tournament here. I mean, now that you guys have acclimated yourself with getting to this point and hosting here at the Carrier Dome, I mean, how do you feel about this team's chances this year? And think back to the last time you guys did, you marched down all the way to the national championship game.
Well, it feels good. You want to play at home, and obviously in this tournament, there's been a premium on home sites and playing at home, and you play and they schedule at home when you have a really good season for a reason, because they know that this is the path to the Final Four and to the national championship. So we're very excited about the opportunity when they play at home, and we do understand that this is the path. This is the path that we took when we went to the championship game.
In the front.
Hello again. You mentioned Emily is back. What do you hope, or what has she learned, or what do you want her to have learned from her absence?
We moved on from that, man. It's just like, at this point, she's back. Emily's a good player, and we're looking forward to her getting back into the lineup and contributing right away.
Just on the topic of Emily again, what can she add? Just bring her back into the lineup.
Well, Emily's a very good player. So obviously she's one of the top 10 recruits in the country coming out of high school. So we're looking forward to Emily stepping back and playing some minutes and helping us offensively. Obviously, she's a good defender. She's very instinctual. She's a very good rebounder and shot blocker. So she's going to provide us a big spark. So we're looking forward to her getting back on the court.
In the back middle.
Playing off Matt's question a little bit here, Coach. 7 straight tournaments. Where has that helped you the most? What have you learned the most during this stretch?
Well, just how important it is for seeding and for playing at home. It's critical, and we understand that this is the path to the national championship. I know I'm repeating this over and over again, but it is the path, and that's all we talk about is winning national championships and being able to host. So, the first step has been checked off, and we're at home. So hopefully we can continue to play well here and take care of our business.
Back in the front again.
The teams were so different. I mean, nobody's around from 2016, right? But there's an it factor, right? A team might have it, and you probably knew it. Then, can you draw any comparisons between the preparation and readiness of that year's team versus what you see potential this year's team?
Yeah, it's funny because we were talking about that as a staff a couple of days ago, and it's just different teams. When the team that made the run, they were a very good pressing team. And we were able to press a lot in unsettled situations, and we're not doing as much of that now. So there was a premium on us for making shots, and there's been games that we shot, high 40s, 50% from the field. And those games that we do that, we're very good at getting our pressure set off of made baskets. So the comparison kind of stops there, I believe. I think when that team just had a really good feel for getting traps and pressuring in unsettled situations where this team need to get the ball in the basket and get our press set.
Q, obviously having as tough of a schedule as you guys had this year and playing Notre Dame twice late in the season, how has this schedule and specifically the ACC got you guys so confident to the point where you feel like you can go up against anybody and beat them?
Well, I guess the biggest thing is just we didn't have a false sense of reality from the beginning of the season. We went right out to Oregon and played, and I've learned that over the years that you have to get your team tested early, and they have to understand what it's like to play against a team or teams that have a chance of being an Elite Eight, Final Four, national championship type teams, and with Texas A&M, with Oregon, and obviously Notre Dame and Louisville, and we can continue to name teams on our schedule. DePaul, there are a lot of good teams out there that's really have tested themselves as well. So for us to be at this point right now, playing the schedule that we played, I feel really good about it.
Normally when you have a team come to the Dome, there's only one team coming. Now you've got 3 teams kind of being in the facility at once, and there's players from teams are all around the place. Is there any more emphasis, or is there a different message that you send to say, listen, we've got one team to focus on, even though there's 2 other ones still in the building too?
Well, it's definitely that, because we've not looked at anything also any other team but Fordham. So for us, it's not about Monday. We got to take care of Saturday. If we don't take care of Saturday, there is no Monday. We're all going home. So we haven't looked forward. We haven't looked at anything else but Fordham. So we've just been concentrating on that.
We have time for 2 more questions.
Coach, has there been, just from your experience, has there been times in your career where you have looked ahead and that kind of creates your mindset here where you have to focus on the game tomorrow?
We've never been that good, man. I got to worry about what's right in front of me. I don't take anything for granted. I don't take any teams for granted. We prepare for everybody. I'm the same way, and that's not a good way to live your life as a basketball coach. And start looking ahead. That's why I always get confused when people talk about these trap games. I think that you allow yourself to be in a trap game, because if you look ahead, then you're trapping yourself. So we don't look ahead. We just worry about what's in front of us immediately, and Fordham's in front of us, so we got to get ready for that.
Last question in the front here.
Rashad from Chill Sports Talk. What's kind of mindset you teach your players to head back to the national championship?
Well, it's just about toughness. It's all about toughness, and toughness is about doing what you need to do all the time. And it's not just about making physical plays. It's about running your offense all the way through. It's about sealing traps. It's about your preparation, and that's what toughness is. What you're doing when nobody's looking at you. What you're doing when you're facing adversity. And for us, it's all about toughness, because this is a time where every team in this tournament right now know that in 40 minutes either they're going to be moving on or they're going to be going home. So the tougher teams normally are the teams that prevail in these tournaments.
Thank you, Coach.
And thank you.